All right, so today we're going to talk about how to monitor your progress towards a degree or certificate. At this point, you've created and submitted your academic plan in MyCE so that your high school counselor can kind of help you view that. And so now as you start working through that academic plan, you can view DegreeWorks and get to see how things are going. So first we want to log into our SLCC account. So we'll just go up to the top of this page, hover over SLCC, and then click on SLCC, and you'll log in with your SLCC credentials. And then we'll scroll down and see this one that says DegreeWorks. And we'll click on that. So DegreeWorks is a planning tool that helps you to view your progress towards a degree or a certificate, help you map out your educational plan. So once we're in here, we want to type in our S number, and then we can start to see what options we have in terms of degrees. So a lot of times, depending maybe where we are in our academic progress, if we're just starting out, if we're halfway through, if we're close to completion, this degree progress bar will show us kind of where we're at. So some things we want to look at right off the bat is your personal information's up here, your level, so undergraduate, maybe you're a freshman, starting out taking concurrent enrollment classes, your program is maybe general studies, if you have a GPA, if you've taken some classes, it'll be listed there. And then, like I said, you can view your degree progress and overall GPA. And then if you scroll down, you can see maybe what classes you've taken so far, if any. So some blocks that I want to point out, we have a personal interest block. Okay, so this just shows what classes you're taking. Then we have a fall through block, and so this displays courses that are not being used to satisfy a specific degree or certificate option. So maybe you've taken these classes, but they don't fit towards a general education certificate, but they show up on your DegreeWorks because you've taken them. And then another block we have is an insufficient block. So that just shows classes that you've withdrawn from, maybe classes that you may not have passed, or classes that were taken more than once but are not repeatable for any sort of credit. Okay, so that's what that insufficient block is. So those are all different options when it comes to viewing a degree plan. But next I kind of want to show how to use the what if audit. So how to see how close you are to different types of degrees or certificates. You'll see a tab that says academic right here above your degree progress. And then you'll see a tab that says what if. So go ahead and click on that what if. And then this is where it gives you options to kind of search out different degree types. Okay, so we want to make sure you're using the current catalog year or the catalog year that you started taking classes. So maybe you started taking classes fall of 2021. Okay, then you can start with that catalog year, and that's what the student has done. If you're interested in an associate's degree or a certificate of completion, okay, you can look at any of these options. So as a concurrent enrollment student, the main thing we want to look for most likely is that certificate of completion. And then for the areas of study, it's not just any type of certificate of completion, it's a specific one, and it is the certificate of completion in general education. So we'll scroll down where it says general education, click on that, and then we want to come down to the right, click on that button, and it'll tell us how far we are to completing this certificate of completion in general education. Okay, so again, it gives us the degree progress, so how many requirements? We're 50% of the way. In terms of credits, we're 41% of the way. Overall GPA, 4.0. Okay, so then it'll give you some keys here. So if you have a little green check mark, it says that requirement for this certificate is complete and you've met the GPA requirement. If you have an empty red circle, that means you maybe haven't taken this class yet. Okay, so we'll scroll down to that general education block, and it'll tell us exactly what's going on, how close we are to the degree, all of that. So we've taken that first semester of writing, we have that green check mark. Okay, but maybe we're in the middle of taking our second semester of English. So we have a little half circle, a blue half circle, which means it's in progress. It's happening right now this semester, okay? So as we kind of see through this key, there's still quite a few classes we need, but there's some classes we've taken, and there's about 3 classes that we are taking this semester. Okay, so we're taking that English 2010 class, we're taking a math class, and then we're taking that lifelong wellness class. Okay, but the classes that we still need are an American Institutions class, and then it tells you exactly what you need. So choose one of the following. And then it gives you some options. Okay, so you can click on these, see if they're interesting to you, read the course description. And so that way maybe next semester when you go to register for classes, you know exactly what class you want, you know what sounded most interesting, or you've got options maybe if classes start to fill up or you're working with a pretty tight schedule. Okay, same with communications. Okay, you need 1 class in this, okay, international global, fine arts, humanities, life sciences, physical science. And so again, you can click on this, see what options are available, but the thing to keep in mind is that the courses that pop up here are not specifically concurrent enrollment classes. Okay, if you're a concurrent enrollment student, we very much suggest that you review the offerings for concurrent enrollment, either at your high school or at one of the SLCC's college campuses. Just to make sure that you're not trying to register for a non-concurrent enrollment class. So you can click on this, it'll give you options, but just cross-check those options to make sure they're offered as concurrent enrollment as well, okay? So this is how close you are. It tells you exactly how many credits are required, how many credits have been applied. Okay, so this student's taken 14 credits towards this certificate of completion, so cruising along on the right track. Okay, there's a few fall-through credits that they have, and then of course those classes that are in progress right now this semester. Okay, so another thing to keep in mind is if you have taken concurrent enrollment classes at another college or university, or you've taken the AP test and have gotten a high enough grade that you know you should be getting college credit for that, but it doesn't show up here on DegreeWorks, okay, that means that you have not sent Salt Lake Community College your official transcripts from another college where you took that concurrent enrollment class, or your official AP scores. Okay, so if you know you've taken those classes but you don't see them on here, don't worry too much. Just send us those official transcripts or test scores, and then once they're processed by the college, they will show up here on DegreeWorks. And then if you wanted, you can try out different things with another what if function. Once you start checking DegreeWorks, once you start taking some classes a few semesters in a row, after grades are posted each semester, make sure those grades are showing up. Make sure, again, AP test scores and classes maybe from another college are sent here with transcripts and official test scores. And so just make it a regular habit to check back, see what's here, if it all lines up, and if it's what you think it should be.